we have got one of my favorite cars, a 1958 Pontiac Bonneville. I don't know what my favorite piece is. Every piece on this car is awesome. I would hang parts of this car in my office, in your man cave. It's that cool. Look at this right here. This resembles a rocket. This right here is the rocket thruster and even has a red reflector. Even the emblem tri-power is so cool. It does have a 370 tri-power motor. It's got a Continental Kit hanging off the back. This car is just cool. 1958 Pontiac Bonneville, 1 year only for this body style design. They completely changed it in '59. Go to volocars.com if you want to read all the information and take your time looking at 100 pictures top to bottom. It's also where you'll find the price tag along with a monthly finance option on every one of the cars we have for sale. That's at volocars.com. If you enjoy the video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, click on the bell icon. You'll be notified when the new ones are posted. But for right now, join me. Let's go for a spin. I almost said let's go for a cruise because this is that type of car. All right, underneath is just really good original. Appears to be solid. The floors, the frame, all that looks to be good and sturdy and solid. Up front looks good and clean. The sway bar end links, they look new. Springs and shocks all the way around look new. They've also added airbags inside the rear springs. There's a little electric pump inside. You can control it from in the car. If you get extra people or stuff in the trunk, you want to bring it up a little bit, you can do that. It's got some great sounding dual exhaust with cherry bomb mufflers. You'll hear that towards the end of the video. These have an X-frame, so the exhaust runs neatly along with the frame. The motor was completely rebuilt. I got a lot to tell you about that motor. But completely rebuilt, so you look up from underneath, it looks spotless. The starter's fresh. We have receipts. We have a receipt for the rebuilt Hydromatic transmission. I believe that's a 3-speed automatic, where back then a lot of transmissions, like in the Chevy, were 2 speeds. Has a new U-joint in there in the back end. The rear axles were removed and new bearings, new seals put in. So it's really been gone through as needed. There is a pile or a couple folders filled with receipts that'll go with the car. And before I forget, there's actually 2 stacks of tubs that'll go with this car with new NOS parts and boxes, good clean used parts, a bunch of shop manuals, books. Those will go with the car as well. Probably a couple $1,000s worth of extras will be included. Now, let's talk about the body. Just look at the beautiful lines on this car. It's just awesome. There's so much detail everywhere. But it is absolutely rock solid. This is all straight. I have no issues. There's no dents, no damage. It all lines up beautifully, all clean. There's no bubbles down here. It's all smooth. That gap around the door is really nice. This is all nice, smooth, clean, no rust, no damage, no bubbles. Same thing up here. This is all in great shape. See the ribs, the lines it has in the trunk lid? They didn't need to do that, but why not? Excellent body. Trunk fits nice, lines up nice, no rust, no damage. It's an older paint job, and it's holding up really well. It's all nice and clean. Straight, no rust. The roof is in excellent shape. It even has this detail right here. It's supposed to look like a vent right there. It's just for looks. Got these 2 ribs that lead up to the spaceships up here. No rust, no damage, no bubbles. Now the paint, that's called patina ivory, so it's a little bit of an off-white with a turquoise stripe down the side. That's the way it was born. Smooth, shiny, you walk up on it, it looks great. I'd be proud to take this car anywhere. But here's someone's touched it up right there. There's a chip touched up. It's got a few touch-ups that I'm looking for. Here's a little nick, a little stone chip right there. Has not been touched up. There's a little touch-up on the edge of the door right there. A little bit bigger one right here, right along this trim. And someone brushed it and they could have done a neater job, but there's some brush touching up right here. I'll wait for it to go around. They did replace the rear window. It's a good used window, so it must have been better than the one that was in there. It's actually very good. The gasket's new. The windshield is actually new glass with a new gasket. It's a power rear antenna. The power part's not working. I hit the switch. The power antenna doesn't work. Let's finish up the paint real quick. That's all nice, shiny. It's really polished, smooth and glossy. Another spot right here, right in this corner, must have been chipped up and someone brushed it and they could have done a nicer job. Oh, here's a hairline crack I just noticed. It literally looks like a piece of hair laying there. Little chip on the edge of the door right there. A couple chips down here, they're touched up. And that's about it. A few touch-ups in the paint, but smooth and glossy. All the trim, all this stainless is smooth and shiny and straight. I'm not going to call it a 10, but I'm going to say it's very nice. There's two little dimples. It all just presents itself really well. It has the fingernail guards by the door handles. That's an option. It has the dual mirrors. Look how deluxe those mirrors are. Look how fancy they are. They're shiny. These are shiny. The bumper, gorgeous. This upper chrome looks to be very good. Very nice, but down here that looks to be excellent. Look at the big letters, Bonneville, spelled out across the hood. Headlight bezels are real nice. Gold colored Bonneville emblem right there. Again, this tri-power, that's something I would hang on my wall. You got the chrome trim here. You got rocker moldings. So it has a mirror on both sides. All this stainless is polished beautifully. Again, here's that rocket. You got the 4 stars. Optional metal fender skirts. Obviously a Continental Kit in back. It's all in really nice shapes. Got the chrome ribs on the swim platform. The bumper has a little patina, but it's really nice. Where do you put gas in this car? I better tell you, because if you buy it, you might not know. There it is. Who would think that that's where the gas is at? Just another cool feature. The wheels, they were sandblasted both sides and painted the same dark turquoise color. It has radial white wall tires wrapped around them. So that's the outside. These are deluxe hubcaps too. Looking really sharp on the outside. Let's open it up. I got lots more cool stuff to show you. So how do you get in the trunk? It's easy. You just pull this lever. It swings out of the way. There is a tire in here. You open the trunk, more big, bold Bonneville letters, a little extra pieces of trim. Again, they didn't need that, but too much was not enough back then. Now, under the trunk lid, and the jamb is painted nice, it has this here. I think every car ever made should have one. This, I think, goes all the way to the front of the car. And then when you're done, you just wind it back up, and you put it back in place. Isn't that a cool feature? I just love that. It's got the gray plaid trunk liner in good shape. There's some marks and stains. We do have a spare. This tire's got nubs on it. It's never been used. Painted rim. Over here, I don't know if you can catch that. That's the little motor, little pump. It's in our pictures. There's a little air pump for the airbags. Weather strip is replaced. Big trunk. You could walk around this car, and every time you walk around, you're going to catch another detail that you think's cool or that you really like. That's how I feel about it. Door jambs are respectable. They're not, show quality. Weather strips are real nice. The door panel is gorgeous. I would hang that in my living room like a piece of art. All this chrome and trim and multi-colors and anodized aluminum. It's beautiful. Now it's got a padded dash. That would be optional. And just look at this dash. Look at all the chrome and bezels and knobs and switches. And it's just so cool looking. It has a Wonder Bar radio. There is a receipt. This was rebuilt at one time, but now they're using a modern stereo down below. Has an optional tissue dispenser. The light works in here. Has an owner's manual. The interior lights work. Has this speckled carpet. It's a little stained. It's cleaner under the mat, so the carpet's a little stained, but I love this gray tinsel carpet. Even the pedals are cool. They're not just some black rubber pedals. They got design. Someone designed those pedals back then. Steering wheels, real cool looking. Now this here is a gauge for those air bags I told you about. And then there's also a lever under here. You push it in. It has a cow horn under the hood. Seats are reupholstered. This armrest comes right out. This is an aftermarket item, but very nice to have. They've also added seat belts front and back. This rear center cushion, somehow it folds down. I didn't mess with it, but that does fold down flat, but I love it. Another cool feature. Look at how the back seats have the humps in them, almost like bucket seats in back. All reupholstered, all the side trims done. Headliner has stars in it. I think it looks cool. You look up and you're looking at stars. The lights work. The visors are nice. It has the mirror package, as a vanity mirror and the day-night mirror and dual mirrors on the outside. Like I said, the cool features are inside and out on this car. What's your favorite part of this car? The 57 was a completely different body, and then the 59 was a completely different body. It's a one-year design. Now, that is a 370 motor. They put out 300 horsepower when they were equipped with the tri-power, which this has. I have the dyno sheet. This engine was completely rebuilt. It has new crank and pistons and rings and bearings and cam. They bored and stroked it. It's like a 449, making 351 horsepower now. Runs beautifully. So completely professionally built motor. We have all the paperwork to go with it. All the components are nice and clean. We got power steering and power brakes. It's got electric wipers. Nice, neat, orderly. You know, they came with a 4-barrel. Tri-power was optional. I was thrilled to find out this car had it when I was buying it. I say power steering, power brakes. The tag on the firewall decodes for this car. It's a Bonneville with these colors. It has the hood insulation under the hood. It's a really nice motor compartment. Nice raspy sounding glass packs. Motor itself, carburetors, they run real nice. There's something rattling back there. I'll ask the shop to look at it. Maybe a fender skirt or a piece of trim is rattling a little bit. Car feels nice. That motor is running beautifully. All right, there you have it, folks. I'm going to tell you what, this is not a perfect nut and bolt restored car, but it's a really good car, if you know what I mean. It's straight, it's clean, the doors shut nice. I would be proud to own this car till the day I died. I don't think I'd ever want to get rid of it if I put this in my garage. I mean, that's nice. Nice car. Nice trim, nice straight lines, runs beautifully. Go to volocars.com. Over the years, I've had a few of these. I actually had one about a year ago. It sold like that. We had multiple backup buyers. It will not last. I should price it higher because I know it's going to sell right away. But someone's going to get a great car if you go to volocars.com. Salesmen can help you. They can help get this delivered to your door. They'll help you finance it at volocars.com. If you enjoy the videos, subscribe and then click on that bell icon so you're notified when the next one's posted. Thanks for watching.